What's up, people? Turtle here. Today, I've dug out a Masters of the Universe Dragon Walker, battery-powered vehicle for He-Man figures. Um, this was, as a kid, this thing's pretty cool because it has just its own little quirky locomotion it does. And, well, it's not super efficient. They're not upscaling them and they're going to, make mass transit out of them or anything. But as a kid or just as a grown simpleton like myself, it's pretty cool. And the vehicle itself, it's really two main parts here. Your shuttle part on the top here, and then this base. And we'll take a look at this first here. Complete with a little seat belt where you strap, your dude in. This phase two, I have a lot of black light, kind of display thing. And this face, the red in here really does light up under a real black light nicely. Battery compartment. You'll see that the battery driven motor, there's just one little gear here. And that's all that drives this entire thing. And a quick look at the base here. And you'll notice the track is geared all the way around, and that's on both sides. And on the ends is a little tripod of dragon feet. And this thing intentionally does not sit level because that's kind of how it works, is this one gear will ride all the way to the end, and when it shifts down and it runs out of room, it's forced to flip it around, and then it can, proceeds to do the same thing over and over and over until your parents are insane or the battery dies, whatever happens first. So this one actually kind of sort of works. So we're going to try to fire it up here. I've had a lot of mixed success and failure with it. So, but a quick note, for the Origins line, the new He-Man line, and its offshoots, they haven't redid this one yet. And if they do, I don't know if it'll have the feature. You can find a working one of these, relatively cheap online. But the one thing is, when I try to fit Origins figures in here, this leg space, like their hips cannot pivot as hard as the old ones can, and you're going to have a hard time fitting an Origins figure in one of these, unless it's one of the women figures. They seem to fit a little bit better. Just smaller legs, and they seem to bend better in the hips. And so just a note on that, if you're trying to get one of these for your Origins, it's kind of a stretch. Like, I've tried several figures and the knees look like they were almost pretty much going to get white stress. And I'm like, nah. So, so just noting that, because I'm not much on a lot of the retro stuff in general anyway, but I do love Origins and, Turtles of Grayskull. Just because as a kid, I wanted to straighten my figures out so bad. They're in these steroid, hulked up positions, and that's it. It's are they, getting ready to fight, or you can make them take a dump or whatever. So I was always annoyed by that as a kid. And when they first started doing the Origins, I guess, I don't know, it was 2016, 2018, something like that. I was like, okay. I was like, you might have me on something new. So, Mattel, you get to sell the same toys to the same idiot you sold them to when he was a kid. So, go score Mattel. We'll give them that in the propaganda department. But this thing, yeah, just like any of this old stuff, it seems like anything I got, it's loud and obnoxious. So we're just going to give it a little test spin here. Maybe I'll throw somebody in the cockpit here. All right. Let's see what happens. All right. So we managed to get Origins, Green Goddess, the original Sorceress, Green Teal, whatever you want to call her. She went in pretty easy. But yeah, it's not the case with any of these other Origins. I can't. If the origins don't fit, I mean, I wouldn't even try cartoon collection or any of that crap. So, in case anybody was wondering, but yeah, we're giving this thing a real quick zip here. Kind of sort of works. You get the idea. So let's get this set back up here. Well, that's our little demonstration of sorts. This one doesn't work, perfect, obviously, but you can come across some. These are pretty cheap online, and the stickers might not be good or even there at all. But for the most part, this is relatively inexpensive. I'd guess you can get one probably 20, $30. And there's no way to take it apart to see what's going on in there, but I don't know. As if most of the stuff I got, it's just a knickknack sitting around. So, well, that's all I got. So I'll catch you next time. Until then, late.